The woods stood ancient, a silent sentinel of ages past. Towering trees, gnarled and knotted, clawed at the sky. Sunlight struggled to pierce the dense canopy, casting the forest floor in perpetual twilight. A thin mist clung to the ground, swirling around the base of the trees like spectral wreath. Leaves crunched underfoot, the only sound in the otherwise oppressive silence. The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. An unnatural stillness pervaded the woods, broken only by the occasional sigh of wind rustling through the leaves. It was a whisper, barely audible, yet it seemed to carry a message, a warning. These woods held secrets, ancient and unknown, and they were not meant for the eyes of man. The family walked in single file along the winding path. Father led the way, his brow furrowed in concentration as he consulted the weathered map in his hands. Mother followed close behind, her hand resting lightly on the shoulder of young Asha, who skipped ahead, her laughter echoing through the silent trees.
She wished they had never come.
Fatima, the eldest daughter, trailed behind, her gaze darting nervously from side to side. She felt a growing unease as they ventured deeper into the woods. The silence was unnerving, broken only by the crunch of their footsteps and the distant hammering of her own heart. The wind picked up, swirling around them, carrying with it a low murmur.
Baba, did you hear that?
Asha stopped skipping, her laughter dying in her throat, her eyes wide with fear. It's just the wind, child. Father paused, listening intently, though his voice lacked conviction. But it wasn't just the wind. The whispers grew louder, swirling around them like a chorus of disembodied voices. They spoke in a language they couldn't understand, yet the tone was unmistakable, a mix of anger and warning. Fatima felt a shiver run down her spine. These woods were alive, and they were not happy with their presence. The mist thickened, swirling around their feet like grasping hands. Shadows danced at the edge of their vision, taking on strange and unsettling shapes.
What is that?
Asha clung to her mother, her small body trembling, pointing a trembling finger at a particularly grotesque shadow that seemed to writhe and contort before their eyes. It's just the mist playing tricks on your eyes. Father squinted, trying to make sense of the shifting forms, though his voice sounded strained. But even as he spoke, he couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. Something lurked in the mist, something ancient and malevolent corner of the world. Father grabbed Asha's hand, and they broke into a run, their breath misting in the cold air. Just when they thought all hope was lost, they saw it. A glimmer of light through the trees. With renewed determination, they stumbled towards it, their hearts pounding with a mixture of hope and terror. As they drew closer, the light grew brighter, revealing a small clearing bathed in an ethereal glow. In the center of the clearing stood a single tree, its branches reaching towards the heavens like supplicating arms. But this tree was different. Its leaves shimmered with an otherworldly light, and strange symbols adorned its trunk. It was a place of power, that much was clear. But was it a place of refuge or a trap? As they hesitated at the edge of the clearing, unsure of what to do next, a figure emerged from behind the glowing tree. Tall and imposing, it stood bathed in shadow, its features obscured by the darkness. The family froze, their breath catching in their throats. Who was this mysterious figure? Was it friend or foe? The whispers reached a fever pitch, swirling around them like a vortex of fear. The figure took a step towards them, and the family braced themselves for the unknown. Would they find safety in this strange and wondrous place, or would they fall victim to the unseen forces that lurked in the shadows? Only time would tell.